Pages too.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yes, we are live in color. Okay.
live. We
Okay.
live. We
It's
live. We
the
live.
braids and the blondes for me.
And the blonde. I love it. Blonde bombshells up in here.
Yes.
Listen, I love it. I love it. I'm so excited to have you guys on here. You know, we are always talking all the time about everything that's happening. And I think about just since we've been in the space last 6 months, Janetta, you for the last 2 years, last 6 years, and you, Janetta, for the last years, it really is a mind-blowing space, is it not?
Has it
Yeah.
been 2 years already, Janetta?
It hasn't. I was about to say, I think it's only been about a year and so maybe 3 months.
A year and 3 months. Okay.
Yeah, maybe a year and three. Yeah, yeah.
But she
Every
killing
week.
it so hard. I feel like it.
Yes.
She
Every
killing
week
it so
it's
hard.
evolving. Every week, literally, there's new news, there's new social proof. Like literally, recently, AMC theaters started taking crypto, and now Regal theaters just said they're gonna start taking crypto for the movie theater. So like every week is something new. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's amazing. It's a space that is extremely expansive. And guys, we just want to go ahead and encourage you to share this feed right now. Text somebody, tell them jump on right now. We're on with the Queens of Cryptocurrency. And, we decided to do this over the holiday because I know right now a lot of people are spending a lot of money that they don't necessarily need to be spending in those places on, disposable income items that aren't going to make them any money at all. And so this is a time where you really need to kind of reset and look and see, what money you've been spending and why are you spending it there. And if you haven't connected with us, this is really a great time to do it. I think I want to kick it off a little bit. Janetta, you were at Whole Foods, and then I was on the phone with China. I merged China on, and I said, okay, let me call Janetta. Just share real quick what happened, girl, when you was at Whole Foods.
What had happened was it was a Saturday afternoon. You know what I mean? One of those days, you're like, let me go at Whole Foods, get me a nice salad, some fresh juice, and my Myers lavender candle. I had it all planned out, right? I needed my Myers lavender candle. So I go in, you grab extra stuff. You know how your mind, you're like, okay, I got a couple salads, got the juices, all of that. And they bring it up. They're like total $300. And I only had 4 bags. I'm like, wait, what? But then I remembered I got my vitamins, right? Which was $40 by itself. And I'm thinking to myself, like, OMG, just to live a healthy lifestyle costs money, right? And it's unfortunate, when you think about it, Whole Foods, $300 for 4 bags.
Right.
I called Joe. I was like, wait, wow. I'm so thankful for the space.
It's $75 a bag nowadays.
With 2 items.
But check this out. I only got stuff for me. I didn't even deal with the family.
Dang, that's just for like a couple of meals. That's not even for that's not even a whole week of meals. That's just feeding you, not feeding your husband, your children. Like hyperinflation requires hyper income, because if you didn't have the money, then some of that stuff would have had to go back. But I think more than anything, it was the reality check. Like a reality check, you need some checks for these reality checks, okay?
Yeah, that's so interesting too. There's an article, if you look up New York Times right now, it's talking about how young adults are like upset about inflation. Like it's a conversation piece, right? Yeah, New York Times. It's on the front cover. Yeah, my husband saw it. I looked, I said, let me see that. But it was talking about how they're like, wait, what's really going on right now?
Yeah,
like, I can't keep up. Like, what's happening?
Wow.
No, that's crazy too, because I'm thinking about that China. I want to see that article, Janetta. I have to do a share screen so you can pull that up. But China, I'm tripping because I was talking to you, about a month and a half ago, and a Legacy and a King, you got a letter from their private school saying what, girl?
Quick. So here's the thing. My kids go to a very prestige private school here in Atlanta. And all of a sudden they send a notice out, like they just blew us up about. I remember my husband came home first and I was like, I know that ain't the truth right there. That can't be the truth. That the kids at this very prestige private school that we pay a pretty penny for was no longer going to be serving the children lunch, and we had to provide lunch for the children ourselves. And they wasn't talking about discount no rates, like you still gonna pay what you paying, but now you're paying the same price for less. And that's what's happening in these stores. And what they went and talked about was the shortage of food. And that became kind of real because when I went to New Orleans, I was in New Orleans for the holiday. We stood down there a couple of days after Thanksgiving. So we went to a restaurant we normally go to get our normal seafood situation. When you in New Orleans, it's just certain stuff you got to get when you home. And they usually fill up the plate where my kids can eat off of my plate, right? I barely had enough for me. I said, what the heck is going on? And it made me think about the food shortage. So 2 things happen with inflation. For number one, the price goes up for regular everyday items that you normally get, or the price stays the same, but you get less. So in this scenario with my children's school, the price stood the same, but they are offering me less. And so my husband was upset, like, we got to find another school. I said, nah, baby, hold up. Now that's not, we're not doing that part. We just gonna deal with it and do what we got to do for the babies, but they love that school. So what a lot of people are dealing with, Janetta, is when they go into the grocery stores, they're paying the same price, but they don't realize the packaging is smaller and you are getting less. And that's what inflation does. And now hyperinflation.
Yeah. You know, that's so funny you said that, because even if you think about like popcorn and stuff, when you get it, you ever had like a bag and it's only like half in there?
All that air. They said we don't
really happen though.
Somebody had an idea, Janetta Jewel. They said, listen, price for us to get these kernels costs more, but if we put these little bitty bags on the shelf, they probably gonna go to this vendor or this brand instead of us. So what we gonna do is we gonna sell them air. Bags up with air. Okay, they're selling us air right now. Y'all paying for air.
No, you're really telling the truth, though. You're really telling the truth. I mean, even I just ordered an order at Instacart, and I got my normal like Perrier water, paper towel, and I went back and I looked. I was like, okay, I've always gotten Bounty. It's always run me for the big, family pack. It's always run me like $20. Why was it like $28? So I was like, hyperinflation. Yes, $28.99.
You know what? It's kind of subtle. Like, I don't think I ever noticed at Whole Foods when I shop before, but you're like, wait, like it's something that just kind of hits you like something's off. It's not that necessarily be like boom, but you're like, this should have really only cost $150. I'm wait a minute, because mentally you're just like, okay, boom, 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 boom. I'm not penny everything. But it's like, wait, something really just happened real quick. The fact that you're noticing it, China's noticing it, I'm noticing it, it's definitely something going on here. And that's that's crazy.
And it just really nibbles away in the beginning. Like, that's why I keep telling people, you got to become an action taker right now. Because I think what happens, I'll be transparent even with me. Sometimes when you go through different seasons and different cycles of life, or different seasons and cycles of success, you kind of tend to, I think we were trained to kind of hold on when things get tight. Like, what I'm saying? We were kind of taught, it's getting kind of tight. You better save everything you got or hold everything you got. The problem with saving something that's depreciating and declining is that it's going to be worth less when it's time to use it. So the best thing to do during those seasons and those times is to put the money to work for you. Get it working for you so that you can make money off of exactly what you have right now. And that's why investing is so important. I get it. It's a brand new world. But I'm going to be honest. I was talking to you, Jewel, about this. I'm like, I don't know if the housing market, in real estate, if the financial markets are ever going to correct, because we are really at the beginning of a brand new era, and people are generally and genuinely becoming more wealthier because of this digital world. So I don't know if there's a need for a corrected market, because people are becoming more wealthy today than they've ever become before. Meanwhile, people are also becoming extremely poor, and they don't even realize it right now.
Oh my gosh, girl, that is so good. And it's so true. It's really called quantitative easing. and the value of the dollar. We're a part of an educational platform for those of you that are watching maybe for the first time, or maybe you were invited on here, but we're a part of an educational platform that really keeps us in the future of money. It keeps us like way ahead. And I would tell anybody right now, I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care if you're a waitress at a restaurant or if you own the restaurant. You need to understand what's happening because the world really is changing. I mean, It's so crazy. And we're going to talk about this, but it's so crazy. I literally bought a gambling ape yesterday. What? Like, huh?
But I have to laugh at this stuff sometimes. Like, okay, it's wild.
But it's so crazy. And this is the part that I want everybody to know. This literally what we're doing right now. What you're going to have an opportunity to do by connecting with the person that invited you on here. If you're on China's page or, happened up on my sister Janetta's page, it doesn't matter. You need to get connected because the world is changing. So when Mark Zuckerberg made that announcement a couple of weeks ago about Facebook no longer being called Facebook, but now Metaverse, it was everybody on this side went crazy because what we realized was that all of a sudden there was an entire crypto community, a crypto world that was being open where you can literally buy digital property. You can buy digital horses. You can build homes there. You can build businesses there and literally profit tremendously from it. And so this is the kind of stuff that I want to make sure that you guys understand that you're going to learn. Now, I just want to read this a little bit to you because this is what you need to know. See, if anybody's working hard today, it's just because you don't have enough information. So one of the things that I want to teach you, and I want to tell you really quickly that we're going to be having a conversation about is this virtual casino that they're building. Okay, now I got to show y'all this right here. This is what a gambling ape looks like, child.
Wait, and how much does that thing cost? This thing right here, it just
girl. Like 2 weeks ago was $4,000. I bought it for $5,100 yesterday, and you have to buy it with Ethereum.
Already went up $1,100. This little
went up. That was like the floor. That was the floor. But let me tell you, when you own a gambling ape, look at this. You become a casino owner. We're going to walk you through all of that, guys. That's huge, right? So after completing, listen to this. Then I'm going to toss it back to y'all. After completing our mining event, we will build a casino in the Decentraland Metaverse on pre-purchase estate. All owners of the Gambling Ape NFTs will receive a share of all of the casino profits with proceeds sent directly to the wallets beholding Gambling Apes. Gambling Apes owners are invited to exclusive casino events and tournaments that are closed to the public. Now, I need y'all to pay attention to this because you start talking about wanting to be a part of the Billionaires Boys Club, or we're going to say the Billionaires Girls Club, whatever you is, you need to be in this. So then they're talking about, check this out, Janetta, trying to listen. NFT owners will not only own authentic and unique art, but enjoy add-on utility that is unparalleled to NFT space. So what kind of boys do you think are casino owners? The Elon Musk, the Bill Gates. You follow the money. That's how you're going to become wealthy. So this space, I don't care what form of, line of work you're in, this should not be an issue. I mean, a question. This should be something that's mandatory. So what y'all got to say about this virtual world?
I just think it's genius that, one of the things that we've always said is, and I think it's important for people to hear this, I don't game and I don't gamble, but I'm into ownership. And if this is happening anyway, and there's an opportunity to develop wealth for my family generationally, it will be crazy. Entry price right now at $5,100 may seem like a lot of money because, the natural mind is thinking you just paid for this monkey. You paid for an ape. No, she paid to have access. She paid for equity in something that's happening regardless. That's going to be extremely exclusive and very lucrative so that she could then take the proceeds and do whatever she want to do, period. Like, I mean, it's an opportunity that you have to shift your perspective on, because it's happening whether we want it to happen or not, whether we understand it or not. And your understanding is really not required, but your access is. So why did she buy a gambling ape? What made her do that? It's the access that she has to people who are involved even deeper inside of this space that are saying, hey, this is a well clue. Now you could do whatever you want to do, but this is the move that I'm making. And so what we're saying right now is we are extending that invitation to you guys to get involved. Watching us on Facebook, watching us on Instagram, that's cute. You know, you can have some conversation at the tabletops and all that kind of stuff with other people. But until you become a member, until you have access, you just talking. Like we're saying, gain access. Don't be the person that knows all of this information, but you don't have a portfolio to show for it. You know all of this, but ain't nothing in your wallet digitally. Like that's not cute no more. You have to take action when you hear that stuff so that you can have access to those plays. And I'm listening to you say this, Jewel, and I'm like, Lord, because I wasn't gonna buy the ape. I'm gonna be honest.
I know, that's what I'm like, I need the ape. I need the ape. I need the ape.
Like, girl, let me go get this doggone ape, girl. Shut up.
China, let's go get the ape tonight, honey. Let
me go get this ape.
Well, this is the other thing. I think this is really important because sometimes people hear, you know, Jewel, you're like, oh, it costs $5,000. They're like, child, I'm just believing God to get through the week, right? The thing that I love about the cryptocurrency space is that anybody can get involved. There are coins you can get for less than a penny. Don't let big numbers intimidate you. That's the thing about it. This will become a space that will be exclusive to the very wealthy one day. Right now, everybody can eat at the
Say it again. Say it again.
Hey, it's going to be a space that's exclusive to the very, very wealthy. This whole conversation is going to be on a private jet somewhere, on an island somewhere that you're not going to have any access to because they're going to be that wealthy. But today, thank God today, all right, it's everybody can come eat at the table. The single mama on welfare, the Walmart worker, the millionaire, everybody can eat at the crypto space. There are coins you can get for less than a penny that'll shoot up to $10, $5. That return is ridiculous. It's platforms that you can earn interest on your crypto. How much interest? We have a platform you can get 100% back. Whatever you put in, you're going to get that back. Where else do you get that kind of access? Guys, there's no credit check. There's no prior experience needed. All you need to do is plug into the platform, right? What are you saying? I want to learn this. I see the social proof. I see AMC Theater, Regal Theaters accepting Bitcoin. I see El Salvador accepting Bitcoin. Like this is a whole global movement, and I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna watch this go by. Think about the internet, right? When the internet first started, it was completely foreign. We didn't grow up with internet, right? You remember when dial-up first started, right? But when we were younger, we didn't know nothing about that or even this phone. Think about it. When this phone first came out, didn't nobody know? So imagine the person was like, yo, you got to get on this phone. Everybody's going to have this one day. Listen, this is the thing. Get it. Go ahead and invest in. No, I don't know. Guys, you have to understand just how technology's shifting and changing, like these phones, like Zoom, like Facebook, which is now Meta. You can't ignore that. Look at Staples Center. Staples Center is going to be named crypto.com.
Girl. First of all, this stuff it's so much social proof, Janetta and Jewel. Like when we first got in, Jewel, there wasn't no social proof. People thought we were crazy having this conversation, especially as Black women. Like, what the heck are y'all talking about? Forget that. And I think one of the things that you said, Janetta, that really sticks out is that yes, you still can afford to participate now, but not only that, you could skip the line with crypto. You know somebody right now that's 100 million up, 10 million up, you know, $1 billion up that's not inside this space. You know, you could skip the line right now and accelerate your wealth at paces that nothing else can do it. Real estate can't do it for you traditionally. Gold and silver can't do it for you traditionally. Oil well, investing into traditional companies cannot give you the return. One of the members on our team, Jewel, did 150% today on his money. Somebody made an investment. They're not going to make 150% this year on all of their investments combined. Like this is the type of space. So just imagine if you do have money, how you can put that money to work for you in a space like this. This is unparalleled to anything that we've ever seen before. So now when you think about Meta, Facebook is now Meta. Facebook wants to dominate in Metaverse. But look at this. Hold on. Let me sip some tea on this one, girl. We got some tea. Hold up. Look, the Winklevoss brothers that came in that mug said, not on my watch. We've been dominating this space. I wish you would, Mark Zuckerberg. So now listen, they have raised $400 million to build out their version of the metaverse just to shut down Mark Zuckerberg. Mark think he's gonna be dominating inside of this space. They're like, look, back up, bro. We got this, and it's gonna be very competitive. But if you don't know the moves that's being made, if you don't know what's happening right now with these billionaire boys that's preparing to be trillionaires because your mind is not forward thinking, because you're not paying attention, because you're stuck in your bubble, when your bubble bursts, oh, it's not going to be pretty. So what's happening right now, yes, as I spill some tea for you guys, those twins are like, hold up, we got this. And now let the games begin, baby. Either you playing or you watching, pick one.
Let me tell you, that's some serious tea. Yes, that's some serious
tea.
I need some rice.
Let me get my smoothie.
Exactly.
This is what's happening. Ariana Grande had a concert in the metaverse. 12 million concert goers in the metaverse, right? Snoop Dogg is about to do one. Justin Bieber. Like, this is the wave of the future. You do not want to miss this. And, as we're talking, I'm thinking about Christmas, right? Now, before I came into the space, right? Christmas was about, let me catch the sale, right? What are we going to get for the kids? Let me get ready to go. Get me some Gucci, Louis, la, 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 right? No.
La 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 la
What we need to be doing is buying appreciating assets. If you look at Bitcoin 5 years ago, it was 526. I can barely say it without girl. $526 5 years ago, right? Today, almost hitting 60. But check this out: 5 years from today, right? From today, 2026. Y'all ready? $1 million minimum.
$1 million.
Girl.
That's powerful. So every time you buy a coin, just know that that's why I be like, wait a minute now. I'll go into some strategies with my Bitcoin, but I know all roads still lead to Bitcoin. Like all roads lead to Bitcoin. No matter what meme coin they got coming out, no matter what pops up, no matter what's happening with NFTs, no matter what's going on in the metaverse, I understand that Bitcoin itself solves the problem of poverty, and it is a hedge of protection against inflation. It does the exact opposite of what the US dollar did. I'm not saying no other coin has the ability, but the utility in Bitcoin alone is the coin that we know for sure, with only 21 million that will ever be minted. Only 21 million will ever be created to take us to $1 million coin. That right there is some real wealth development. And I believe, I'm gonna be honest, Jules, I probably shouldn't get like this, y'all, but I just gotta be transparent with the people. We be giving away a lot of free game right now, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all about to start having to pay for even this game right here, because what I realize is when you pay attention. And I don't want to do you a disservice where you think you can just hop on a live and get all of this exclusive information and still do nothing. I feel like it's gonna hurt our people more. You really gonna have to come behind these gates to get this information.
Come on, you gotta get on the private jet. If you're not on the private jet, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
like real salty on them out here. Because for real, people on a slick. I have a lot of people telling me, while I've been putting my family on for a long time, now they just want to come and get all this free information from me for me to tell them this. Now all of a sudden they think they experts. No, listen to me. You could play if you want to inside this space and get clean messed over. You can become a junkie inside this space. You can spend your money on the wrong things inside this space. You might have a decent entry strategy, but no exit strategy, and get caught holding empty bags inside this space. This is not for children. This is for grown men and grown women that's serious. And what we provide is elite. I'm just being honest. Like, y'all about to pay me.
Listen, y'all better get it together. Because sometimes I be actually like, what's this? Wait a minute.
Girl, I'm about to be on this. Y'all gonna have a hard time finding me, honey. I already told you.
She's gonna be like, where's Waldo? Where's the world is China? Don't worry about it, baby. You gotta try to find the clues.
You know where to find me, somewhere on the internet, because the streets can't never find me. I'm about to disappear on y'all behind. Y'all can keep playing. Listen here now. We love God's people, and that's why we really go hard doing this. But ain't nobody about to beg y'all to get this money.
Bitcoin mommy. Okay. Oh, God.
You hear me? Okay. All these billionaire, trillionaire moves. Girl, wait now. Hold on.
It's serious. And that's the beautiful thing about it. We're following the money. So when you know what Mark is doing, when you know what Winklevoss is doing, when you know what Elon is doing, and not just know what they're doing, but understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and then you're able to play in that same thing. Now, you guys know wealth is not going to be able to be an option. Just for quality. We came on to talk to you guys about hyperinflation, grocery shopping. I got this little sweet poo right here.
Let me see that baby face. You that's her little go. I'm about to fly down.
Oh my gosh. She's so precious.
Listen, my uterus just quivered. Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? I know.
Ain't nothing happened to mine, baby. You hear me? Mine too young over here. I ain't got no quiver.
The womb is closed. The womb is closed.
Over. No man.
But you know, China, you got children in private school. Janetta, Caleb is in private homeschool.
Yes.
Like everything costs because we don't want to put them in public school because of all the things that, you know what I mean? And so that costs to have a nanny come over here and take care of her 5 days a week while her mom is at work, while I'm here helping to oversee. You know what that's going to cost? Because I don't want her just holding her. I want her doing ABCs, colors. You know what I mean? The whole thing. So any kind of quality of life is going to cost you. The best thing you can do right now is connect with one of us or the person that invited you on here. Don't keep hearing this conversation.
Yeah.
Because this is the other thing that's beautiful. And I love everybody, but especially people of color. Like when you come into this space, you get the culture. We're not going to give you that little ice cold. Sometimes you get on the other side. You're going to come into a whole community where people love you and where people want to see you win.
Yeah.
You know? And that's super, 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 super important. So I want, as you guys are listening to this, go ahead and start texting the people that invited you, message them, DM them. I don't care how you get a hold, but you need to reach out. Don't you let December 1st
don't let us disappear.
Yes.
Don't let us disappear on y'all. Y'all be like, wait, it's the queens of cryptocurrency. Where? Because I believe, Jewel, you're so right. I was telling them early on my live on IG, I just feel like I personally learned so much better from a woman. I don't know if it was just a nurturing spirit or what it was, but this is a very, very highly male dominated space. And I think sometimes the words that they use is purposely intimidating so that you do feel like you're lost all the time. Right. I believe that we have been very intentional to speak at the best that we could to people to help them to understand, to take them along that process, but it's already moving fast. So if you don't even know the basics, you don't have time to debate. You don't have time to be in relationship with procrastination. You don't have time to ask your bro cousin. There's some people that may be wealthy traditionally, but they're afraid of the new world. They're afraid of this new money. They got old rules, but they want new money. And you can't take those old rules into this new money because it's so new that it is so expansive that it's a conflict going on in your mind. We got to renew our minds every day just to even move forward. Like for real, I got to get off of here and go buy 8.
Right, I'm gonna call you. Who was it? I can't remember who you said it was, but he said, I'm counting on the fact that they're not going to take the time to learn.
Michael Saylor. He said, Michael Saylor said, and I felt some kind of way. He said, I am betting on the fact that they, first of all, I was like, who you talking about?
Who's they?
Who is they? Who is they? Who is they? I'm not going to stick around long enough to figure it out. Yeah. Because like you said, most of the time, if you hear the average person talking about this, you lost. You might feel a little bit like I'm not sure what they're saying, but you already know if you have a real conversation and you plug into the community, we're going to slow down and make sure you get it. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna make sure you actually start making these purchases, and you know you can start with $10. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be no whole lot of money. You're gonna pay one time $324 to get the education, and then $274 every month. But that's not a big deal because we're gonna show you how to make that in one trade in 1 second. Okay.
Yeah, because the truth is, like I don't want to cut you off, but I think it's important for them to hear this. This is what I be thinking, and I got some coins on the crypto side and the other side. So if I'm thinking like this, it's scary if you ain't got 324. If you don't figure out a way to get out of that space where things are so tight and get out of a relationship with lack and poverty, robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's taking you weeks to get 324. I'm not being insensitive, but we don't have time to play and patty cake. Jewel got to patty cake that baby. I can't patty cake you. Right? We got to tell you the truth, the raw truth, and nothing but the truth right now. You need some money now.
Yes.
Prices are going up fast for necessities. Yes. What are you going to do when 2022 comes in and gas prices are through the roof? All of a sudden it's been inching up, but then it's like a sucker punch. Like you need to get this money now. Like it's time out of being, hey guys, you should 324 is what it costs to get in. I don't care if you don't pay every other bill. You need to pay this bill right here. This bill right here allows you to make money. Come in and be diligent, guys. Listen, when you join us, we don't work for you.
Right.
We here to support you. We here to help you, and we here to help you to win. But when you join us inside of this space, you got to show up to class. Keep in mind, our product is moolah, baby. It's money. Right. So nobody's going to beg you, chase you, run behind you to make this money. You got to decide that it's important for you and your family to have access to this space, and it's important for you guys to win. So, Jewel, I just had to speak to the person as like they debating on whether they're gonna spend the money and invest it into their future or go buy something on Amazon on Cyber Monday. They're thinking about whether or not that they're gonna buy the bundle sale. They cute, sis. These bundles can't get me nothing but some likes, honey. Or whether you're gonna go ahead and invest that $324 and having access to a tribe where bundles could come on a regular, baby. It ain't even no thought about it, getting no bundles. Like you gotta make those decisions now that you are worth it and you deserve not to be left out. I just had to stick a pin there, Jewel, because I feel in my sha-na-na, somebody's taking over a 3-figure decision, but they talking about they want to be a millionaire. Like, we got to stop that. No.
That's right. And let me just say this too. It doesn't matter what you do or don't know. So many times people, when they get started, they're like, I don't know anything. I don't have the background. You don't have to know anything. It's been a year and some months for me. I knew nothing at all. The only thing I heard about Bitcoin, and that was it. So you have to understand this platform is going to educate you. That's what this is really all about, making the decision to become a student. Say, you know what? I don't want this to pass me by. I see the social proof. I want to get the education. And this platform is going to give you exactly that, the education, starting you from the very beginning, walking you through step by step by step. And so that's all you really decided. You don't have to say, oh, let me try to find out what more I can find out and learn something. You don't have to learn anything. You're coming in day one, knowing nothing. The platform is going to give you the education.
Ooh, your understanding is not required, but your access is. It's gonna make you dollars before it makes you sense. Period. That's it.
That's what learning is. Hi, Britt. Hi, baby.
Hey, Britt.
That's what this is.
Brittany.
That's what this is. Like, we are learning. I had to sit down and figure out how to buy the gambling egg. I had to sit down and figure out how to set up that Bitcoin account. I had to sit there and figure out how to buy Ethereum. I had to sit there and figure out, like, every single day, literally, we are learning something new. But every time we learn something new, we become wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. I could say this unequivocally. We are all wealthier than we have ever been in our entire lives.
Now, that's a fact right there. That's a fact. That's a fact right there. That's a fact.
I've learned the most about money in my whole life, like ever.
And I think on so many levels, physically, we're more wealthier, digitally, we're more wealthier, but also from a mental perspective, we're more wealthier because we have an understanding that's unparalleled to anything. We're going into it's the future, but we already got access to it.
Woo! That part.
It's the future. Like what we're talking about right now may not make 100% sense to you in this moment because we're speaking to you from the future, but we already got access in it. That right there is priceless. That's why when we go into these rooms, I'm gonna be honest, people got a lot of projects going on. I know some people that are doing really well and I'm genuinely proud of them, but if they're nowhere inside this space, I'm just like, only if they knew the power that they would have if they had access. We are already in the future and we get to give you guys a glimpse. So don't take this for granted. Don't worry about understanding everything. By the time you understand that the prices change, by the time you understand the strategy has changed, by the time you understand the location and change, we no longer in this verse, we're in the metaverse. It didn't change. so you can play if you want to. I told you I'm gonna disappear on y'all, and y'all gonna be looking for me. Find me in the metaverse. Period. Okay. Y'all
Like,
take
where's
this game.
Waldo?
Like, they ain't leaving. I'm trillionaire status. Billionaire. That's cute, but listen, we going for trillionaire status now.
That's it. Like seriously. Like
What?
you know what? We're so tickled, but it's so true.
Yeah.
And so I just want to
think the
encourage
number
you guys.
12 anyway. 12 zeros. That's cute, Jewel.
Listen.
I love it. I love it.
I like that number. I don't know about. I like 12s.
Listen. Now, Janetta stays in a very exclusive area in Baltimore. Tell them when you look out of your window, I think recently you said something about one of the guys there. I don't know if they own the yacht or something about crypto, that they were doing something in crypto. And what's crazy is when you meet people and they say, oh yeah, I do crypto.
Oh, they were selling one of the yacht spaces. They were selling a yacht space and they said they would take crypto. That's what it was. Yes.
That's what it was. I mean, the wealthy are already on it. You know what I mean? And, and here's the thing about it. They're not going to walk up to you and say, do you want to learn about it? They're not going to bring you in.
They don't have to. We don't have to. I think we need to demystify. Let me get some spray real quick. Demystify. Spray real quick. Demystify this. Guys, we don't make money off of you coming into this space. We don't. But we feel obligated that for the first time in our history, we have the playing field is now even. Wealth is transferring faster than we ever seen before. And we just want representation as a whole. My heart is for women of color and minorities to really bombard this space because we finally can. I understand the power in numbers, but we don't have to tell you in order to make billions and trillions of dollars. You don't have to participate and we still gonna get the job done. That's what I think is important. You coming into this, it's so that your family could be blessed, so that you can have access, so that you can participate in this wealth transfer. I think that's important.
Yes, I think good. No, that's so good. And one thing you said, a lot of times when you look at people of color and discrimination, it's because they can see who you were. When you walk in a bank and you're applying for a loan, they see that. The beauty of crypto, they don't know who's behind that wallet, right? That's amazing. And again, when we talk about having an even playing field, this space, anybody can get involved. I don't care what your history was. I don't care how much money you make or don't make. I don't care. It doesn't matter. That's the amazing thing. That, like, when do these opportunities come? They don't. Like, that's why I think we're so passionate about getting this out, especially in our communities, because we're so underrepresented, underrepresented. Right?
Yes.
Women, people of color, I mean, it's probably 0.000 some percent of who's representing. So we're screaming this to the mountaintops because what are we saying? You could be all the way at the bottom and go straight to the top. All the way at the bottom and go straight to the top. You're skipping lines, right? You're at the front of the table. And so it's just so important that you say, you know what, let me get this education, not just for myself, but for my children too. Right? This is about educating yourself this is the new rule of money. It's not going away. And so you want to be an early adopter, be on the front end of this thing and get that education.
It's so good. I want to show you guys. Would you say, China?
I just think it's powerful. They're asking questions in here too, Jude. They're like, where do I get started? How do I start? Somebody say, coach me in the metaverse. Somebody over here is saying, put me in the game, coach. Like, let's tell them before, share what you want to share, and let's tell them how they can get started.
Yeah, so you guys need to get back with the person that invited you on here. If you happen up and just, hopped on China's page, reach out to China. If you hopped on Janetta's pages, reach out to her. If somebody invited you on here, text them and tell them, hey, I'm ready to get started. Do not procrastinate.
I know that's right, Mama.
This is what I want to share with you guys. It talks about becoming a casino owner, and we'll walk you through all this if you're interested in this digital space here. But this was the real deep thing to me. It says, become a casino owner. It says, we're in the midst of building an ape casino in the Decentraland Metaverse. It will be open to everyone, and gambling ape NFT owners will receive a share of the casino profits. Now, this is the part I wanted to make sure y'all understood. Okay, they're talking about the profits being huge. I don't know if you caught when you said Ariana Grande, she had 12 million people. The Metaverse as far as we know, was just released to the public 2 months ago. So how the heck you already got 12 million people on the metaverse?
No, it's been around much longer though. That's the thing. I think most people think it started when Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. A lot of people are looking at this because of what Mark did. Mark is not as big of a player as he is in the metaverse. He's a big player in the physical world. And so that's what gained the attention for a lot of people, but they've been on this. Yeah. You know, we got people in our company, in our community that was already in the metaverse before Mark ever said anything about it. Yeah. In fact, before he released it, he was already doing research on it. So, you know, metaverse has been around for quite some time. It's just new to the mass population because it's now general conversation.
Yes. I think that's what I want to make sure that everybody understands. You're going to get the tea on everything even before. Does she have another passy besides this one? But this is what I want to read to y'all real quick. This is what I want to show y'all. This is the team at Gambling 8, the virtual casino. Look at our white brothers. That's the thing. Who don't know that? You see you on there.
No representation. And that's what we're talking about. And a lot of people missing it, Jewel. They are really missing it. We've gained so much insight from our billionaire mentors that happen to be white men. And I appreciate that. But it's something about working with my sisters that I still understand as a part of my calling. It's something about working with minorities that I know is a part of the assignment so that we can have more representation. It's not good enough for us to be the only Black girl sitting at these tables because there's other seats that got to be filled. It would be crazy for me personally. I know the value that each and every one of us bring to any conversation, to any table that we have access to. It would be crazy to overlook one of us having access inside of these spaces and inside of these rooms right here. Like that's powerful to show that, Jude. You ain't gonna see no color on
them. You're muted, honey. You're muted, Jewel. Hit the mute.
And it's like that across the board in the crypto currency industry. And we are working aggressively to change that. So I just want to encourage you guys, get on here, connect. What last words would you give everybody, China and Janetta? Because I really want people to move to action. This is like the best holiday gift.
It is.
Yes. It's time to redefine Christmas. Let's redefine Christmas. Instead of going out buying these depreciating assets, I was guilty of being one of those persons. Buy something that's going to set you up for the generations, right? Buy something that's going to set you up from the generations. And also, and stop telling yourself that's not for me. It is for you. It's so many married women on here. I love my husband, but a lot of married women, sometimes we like second guess ourselves. Like it's like we can't have the ability to learn on our own. Like you have the ability to learn this, right? Maybe especially, women and girls in general, math and science, usually, statistically, and we're trying to change that, aren't as strong in that. So a lot of times when you see something with numbers, you're automatically like, oh, that's not for me. Like that's just not something I have the ability to learn. You absolutely have the ability to learn this. So I just really want to speak to the people listening, men and women, but you can learn this. Why not you? Why not you? Right? Not only you, your children, you do this as a family collective. Jewel tell you when we get together as a family now, Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas dinners look completely different. Whole different conversations. I'm talking to my cousins, Daniel, who retired at 29 because of crypto, right?
Wow, that's huge.
Daniel only been in it in a year, in 1 year.
Auntie Jeannie's son?
Done.
Wow.
I called him yesterday. I said, Dad, you got time to do? He said, yeah, I got all the time in the world.
Come on, man.
I said, you really do. But again, stop counting yourself out. Stop counting yourself out. I don't care what your background was financially, whether you had some tough times, whether you were really bad with money management, whether you did really bad in math. It does not matter. This platform that we're talking about, the platform is going to walk you through step by step. You're going to redefine whoever you want to be. You can be whoever you want to be. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you're looking at. I don't care how tough it is right now. This is a vehicle to get you exactly where you want to go. As I told Jewel, I'm going to dig into this space. I'm going to learn this space until Christmas is all year long.
Period.
But December 25th Every day should be Christmas.
Period.
Every day you should be living how you want to live. Every day you should be going where you want to go. Every day you should be able to have your kids in the school you want to have them in. Every day you should be able to buy what you want to buy. And so until that happens, you got to dig in, plug in, and be like, I'm about to get this. I'm not looking at everybody else. I'm going to learn today.
Period. Let me say this to you in closing, guys. It's Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday. Where else would you spend your money besides in a place that's going to give you the opportunity to have cyber authority? When you have access to this digital world, it puts you in a very powerful position to really, really win. It allows you to be ahead of the curve. It allows you to be ahead of your peers. It allows you to really maximize something. I told you, we've already been thrown in the future. We're giving you a glimpse. We already secured our position in the future. Now we're giving you an opportunity to have access by waving a flag. It's Cyber Monday, and people are going to spend more money today online than they spend on Friday. Where are you going to spend your money? You should be investing your money. It should not be a doubt in your mind. I know you wanted to buy the baby a bike. I know you wanted to buy the kids some games. I know you wanted to do all of those things. But if you really want to make impact, you need to put yourself in a position where your money is making money for you. And there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that's going to do it faster for you. This is already proven. I put this out to my team. I wish they could post it out. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I wish I could show it to you. The stock market, real estate, gold and silver, oil, it showed the growth that it had in 2020 versus the growth that cryptocurrency had. We ate them up by leaps and bounds. And we just getting started. There's nothing you can conversate with me about that's going to trump what I'm saying. And so what I'm saying to you guys right now, become action takers. Note takers are not money makers. Action takers are money makers. Get yourself in position right now to know what entry strategies that you should be using, what exit strategies that you should be using. That's where the academy comes in at. When you get back with the person that invited you, they're going to give you a link. Don't play with that link and let that link still be sitting on your computer tomorrow. You should have access by the morning. You should have, if you're watching this right now, the link, you should have access by the morning. I promise you, your future self will thank you. Your children's children will thank you for the decision you made. Now, here's the thing. When you make that one rich decision, because that's a rich decision, not because of the price. When you make that one rich decision, you got to make more rich decisions. What does that mean? Show up. Show up to class. This not that thing, y'all. We're not chasing you to get this money. You know how much money is being made by somebody sitting on a Go Live session, finding out what cryptocurrencies to buy, what NFTs to buy, where they can go buy some virtual land at? Do you know the kind of money that's being made by people trading inside of the cryptocurrencies market by leveraging the strategies that somebody's showing them, even though they don't know everything? You got to show up for class. Don't nobody owe you nothing. I'm a little spicy now. I'm a little different. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna be real. I come from home this weekend too. So anytime I'm fresh from New Orleans, y'all know y'all gonna get it. Period. Right? I'm a little spicy. Nobody's not begging you to get this money. Nobody owes you anything. When you pay your $324, the person who you join with, they don't work for you. So if you don't show up to the sessions, if you don't get on the leadership calls, you can say whatever you want, but no one owes you nothing. Why is it that somebody else who joined the same day you joined left their job in 6 months and you still complaining on your job? Because you probably did not show up and apply yourself. And I'm going to say this before I toss it over to Jewel. If you were once a part of the family and for whatever reason life happened to you and you fell off the wagon, no, it ain't no wagon over here. You fell off the spaceship. We going a different version around this mother. This ain't a wagon, can't take you to other atmospheres and other places. So if you fell off the spaceship, I get it. We may have been going a little too fast for you. And maybe life was happening to you. But get back on while there's still a seat available. Get back on while there's visibility available to you. Because when I tell you that we're going to disappear, I'm not playing with y'all. We're going to be on these islands and we're going to come on live when we feel like it. Because we won't have to. We talking about investing into casinos in the metaverse, and we don't even gamble. Why would a smart businesswoman do something like that? Because we understand the rules to the game and following the money. I can't even say billionaire no more. We're going into trillionaire atmospheres right now. Either you can join us on this journey or you can sit on the sideline and watch. Either way is up to you, but we've already made our decision. Stop connecting with people who cause you to procrastinate. Jump in this game, play it to win, and let's go. Come get this money. Keep up. Let's go.
Let's go.
It gets real nice.
Listen, we got 30-something days left of 2021. Go ahead, get back with the person that invited you on here. Make a doggone decision. Don't nothing happen until you make a decision. My husband talked yesterday on power decision making, on strategic relationships. He said, ain't nothing like a man that won't make a decision. It's the worst thing ever. But you know what? I say not like a woman who won't make a decision. Make a doggone decision. Get decisive. Wealthy people are decisive. So make the decision. Get back with the person that invited you. Janice and Cynthia, Kathy, y'all tell her everybody bye. Jeremiah, we love you guys. Thanks for joining. Join us. Join us here.
Bye.